Right. Yeah, let's get some people in here. Let's get some people in here and let's begin celebrating what is clearly, manifestly a great thing. Getting myself all set up. Oh, it's nice to use Grace Randolph's face for an avatar. Hi everyone. Hi. We got 301 people in here. That's good. That's good. How you doing tonight? Yeah, she's beautiful. I don't really know anything about Grace Randolph. I just watched her show. Grace Randolph. Plug. Guys, what an exciting thing. What an amazing, amazing evening. So Grace Randolph apparently has some better insiders at Lucasfilm than I do. This is spectacular. She's got better ones than I do, but the ones that I have clearly led us to the same conclusion. Heather C, thanks for $2. I tweeted you this video. It's gold. Thank you, Heather C. A bunch of people did. A bunch of people tweeted me this video. Hi. Turn on slow chat. Yeah, let's get some more people in here. What do we got? We got 478. Some people making fun of Grace Randolph here. I don't know. She seemed okay. She had a little bit of an accent to her. I like her. EBS has the best insiders. They're tremendous, says Richard Adams. No, not really. I mean, my insiders are pretty good, but Grace has better ones. Although, I was excited to watch her video because, again, she confirmed for the first time that everything that I have been saying, and my narrative is built on insider information from working at Warner Brothers DC, understanding how these studios, how these big companies work, reading every single article and getting little nuggets of information from insiders at Lucasfilm. And, the insiders at Lucasfilm feed me little bits and pieces of things. But it looks like Grace just got the whole thing handed to her. And amazingly, I walked away from watching this video I had pretty good instincts, and I have pretty good inside sources. So this is pretty exciting. So what did we learn from Grace? Where I was right. Sure enough, right after Solo premiered, there was a gigantic meeting. Between Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy loyalists. I love the word Kennedy loyalists. And why can't I find my headset? What the hell is it? Oh, it's over here. Hang on a second. I don't like just talking into the air. I don't like it. I'm getting grouchy in my old age. You're grouchy Uncle Ethan. All right, let's take that out. Let's stick this in. Yeah, hi. All right, so is this a little bit better? I hope this is better. You guys are going to lie to me and tell me that it's worse. But I think it's going to be better. Yeah, did your head explode when you saw this? Thanks, Jeffrey Toon, for £2. No, it didn't explode. I was pleased. I was very, very pleased. Okay, so, yeah, better, worse, better. Okay, confirmed. Now, I have been saying, since the premiere of Solo, I said that this is not good. This is terrible. Obviously, this is not something that a president of any organization can walk away from. This is what happened over at Warner Brothers. Lucasfilm is similarly dealing with something right now. The disaster that was Justice League cut a wide swath through management over at Warner Brothers. Okay, now Solo was just as bad. No matter what they're telling you, they're lying about the losses that they've incurred on that movie. And that really is the main thing. The money is the main thing. The money is gigantic. Having lost $80 million that they'll admit to, some people believe it was as high as $355 million, heads will roll. And I don't just mean Ryan Johnson's. Ryan Johnson's head rolling is funny. That's funny. Kathleen Kennedy's head rolling is justice. And it has to happen, and it did happen. So what did happen was Bob Iger sat her down and said, look, here's the situation. You are mismanaging Star Wars. You're mismanaging it. I want you to go. I want you to leave. You would be fired. I need to find your replacement. I need you to find a replacement for yourself because nobody wants this job. Evidently, J.J. Abrams was offered the job. J.J. Abrams would be fine. He would be fine. That's just obvious. I mean, J.J. Abrams, as far as Disney is concerned, and this is, outside of our opinion as fans, as OG fans, as OT fans, the fans that actually matter. These new fans are irrelevant. I'm going to compare this to the comic book industry. This is why my channel gets everything right because I have a strange connection. I know what is going on because I live in the comic book industry, and I'm watching the comic book industry go through something almost exactly. I'm watching Lucasfilm go through something exactly like what the comic book industry has gone through just recently and is going through. This is why you can count on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I have a very, very unique perspective. I love sharing it with you guys. I want you to understand why this is happening. I want you to know who's to blame. And I want you to know what the solution is. Panboy, Lando, Soy Child, Dong Lover, thanks for $2. Please be true. Congratulations on Cyberfrog. Unreal. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're at $250,000. No, not a quarter. We're at $333,000 for Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog Blood Honey has raised $333,000. We are rolling right now. Thank you so much for all of your donations to Cyberfrog. So anyway, this is what's happening at Lucasfilm as well. Okay, you have an SJW president, female president, who has come in and decided to change everything, to empower other SJWs, to isolate and demean and fracture the fan base, and basically isolate, be cruel to, discriminate against the original fan base for some odd reason. For some odd reason, these SJWs want to do this. They want to come in and they basically are looking for new fans. They don't want to appeal to you and me. They don't want to appease the fans that have been there since 1977 or 1980 or 1983 or even 2000. They want us to get out of here and they want to replace us with a new fan base of I don't know what. Who would they rather have buy their stuff? Somebody else. Not us. Not us. We're the bad guys. King KDI, thanks for £2. WB slashed and burned in the end. Disney's time. That is correct. You're seeing heads roll at Warner Brothers right now because of Justice League. You're going to see it happen. It doesn't happen right away. This is what you need to understand. It doesn't happen right away. They don't do it that ostentatiously. They don't make a big scene out of it. It happens, and then 6 months later, it happens. Do you understand? So this is what happened. Bob Iger sat her down and said, "You got to go. I've offered people the job. Nobody wants it. Why don't they want it? Because the fan base is divided, and the fan base is divided because of Kathleen Kennedy and her group of weirdos, like Pablo Hidalgo, her group of rude, idiotic SJW weirdos." Who call the fan base names and who are infuriating the fan base to the point where they're not even buying the merchandise anymore. This is serious. The movies are not being attended, tickets are not being sold, Star Wars movies are bombing, and the toys and merchandise are rotting on the shelves. Rotting on the shelves. It's amazing. Yeah, I know. Weirdo is just implied. It's implicit when I say the word SJW. I want to drive it home. I want people to understand. Am I being too serious? I'm passionate about this. I'm really passionate about this. I can lighten up if you'd like me to, but I want you to understand. Okay? Yeah, this is a serious thing. So of course, my sources tell me that Kathleen Kennedy is pacing back and forth. She's talking with her story group. They need to fix this. So they have 1 year to fix this. Is Kathleen Kennedy still going to depart in September? That is likely. That is likely. Although Grace Randolph did not say this, I think that is very, very likely. I think they're planning on having Kathleen Kennedy, that information is true, having her appoint her successor, find someone, and appoint him. I hope it's not a her. I hope it's not Curie Art. Could be. We want Dave Filoni. We want Dave Filoni. That would be ideal. They feel, according to Grace Randolph, that Dave Filoni is too creative and not much of a businessman. Grace Randolph has an interesting idea. Grace Randolph feels like Dave Filoni could have a partner who is business oriented and he can handle creative and they can kind of be like Walt and Roy Disney. Love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. So they are looking. They're looking for Kathleen Kennedy's replacement, which to me means she was indeed fired. Brent says, LOL, too creative. Well, you have to be good at both. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is not creative at all. She's all business, even though she's bad at business. You need somebody who is like Steven Spielberg, both creative and business minded. Good luck finding someone like that. Is J.J. Abrams like that? Yeah, I think he is. I think J.J. Abrams is probably very business minded and very creative at the same time, which is why he's too smart to take this job. He knows that the fandom right now is insane. We are angry. We want blood. But I will say this again, I am the most amicable of the fandom menace. I've got to be. I've got to be. I don't want to be angry all the time at Star Wars. I don't want to be. I want to give them another chance all the time. Fire everyone. Bob Iger, and I know you're trying to. Fire everyone. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. Fire her whole group of loyalists. All of them. Get them out of here. They're poisonous. Fire them all. Hire someone new. My God. Hire Dave Filoni, please. And I promise you, if you hire Dave Filoni, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and the High Council, for what it's worth, will change our tone. I will sound like a shill for a long time. I will sound like a Disney shill. I'll be so grateful. I will be so grateful. Hire Dave Filoni. We will be so very, very grateful. We will be in support of what you're doing until he fucks up. We will be in support of Disney. Just get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Get rid of Pablo Hidalgo. Get rid of people like Chuck Wendig. Fire all of these people out of a cannon straight into a brick wall. So here's the thing. I'm absolutely thrilled by Grace Randolph because I think what she has done with this report is validate the last 4 months of my work on this channel and show that this channel is where to go to get accurate information about what's going on at Lucasfilm. And you can laugh at them too. You can laugh at them too. We do have a good time making fun of what's going on over there. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think about Dave Filoni? What do you think about firing everyone and hiring Dave Filoni at this point? How do you feel? What difference will that make to you? Now, here's the thing. Episode 9, JJ's episode 9 is going to happen. No, it's going to happen. They're already committed to that. Kathleen Kennedy, apparently, according to Grace Randolph, and I believe this to be true because we're experiencing it even on Twitter, Kathleen Kennedy and her loyalists are on the run. We have beaten them down into submission. They are scared. They are in hiding. They're angry. Hey, Roundhead Ryan Johnson, his trilogy is not happening. His trilogy is absolute. I love that's my favorite part of this. The knowledge that Ryan Johnson's trilogy is not happening. It will not. It'll never exist. Ryan Johnson's anger right now, his fury, is and his ridiculousness. I mean, why would Ryan Johnson? Yeah, why would Ryan Johnson be on Twitter right now so angry, or even commenting, even thinking about remaking The Last Jedi, the YouTube account remaking The Last Jedi, that hoax, that piece of performance art, in which a guy gets together and says, "Hey, we're remaking The Last Jedi. We have $30 million, and we're going to remake The Last Jedi." And Ryan Johnson reacts to that. Please, 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 let this be true. Please, please, please. What normal, what important Hollywood director behaves like that? What important Hollywood director behaves like that? None of them. It's absurd. His behavior is absurd. It's so childish. It is pathetic. I mean, it's truly, truly pathetic behavior. Why? Whether he knows it officially or not, his time on Star Wars is over. We are not going to have to worry about him making another trilogy. It isn't going to happen. Bob Iger isn't going to let it happen. Bob Iger specifically understands the SJW incursion. Grace Randolph, who I believe is kind of an SJW, actually used the phrase SJW over and over again, and talked about SJW Star Wars being a problem that Disney is well aware of. This is a phrase that I believe I have begun right here on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. SJW Star Wars. I invented that. I identified this virus a long time ago. And Grace Randolph says that Bob Iger is now using that expression. Nobody understood. Nobody understood, but I understood. Yeah, if Bob Iger wants to be president, this is the thing. This is absolutely the thing. He is going to have to. He is going to have to fire Kathleen Kennedy, or else he can't. He can't. How could you stand up there and debate Donald Trump? All Donald Trump has to say is, "You hired Kathleen Kennedy, and she's still there. She's still there." Yeah. And that would be it. That would be all his presidential chances would be over. Yeah. You guys are like, no, you didn't invent SJW stars. Guys, I didn't hear anyone else say it. Were other people talking about SJW Star Wars before me? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my ego is misplaced. Yeah. Moist. No more moist in the chat. No more moist. Everyone's saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, fine. Somebody else came up with SJW Star Wars before me. When I got here, it seemed like people were angry over other things. I pointed out what it was. I think I feel like I was the first, but I might not have been. I don't know if I've heard Grace is an SJW. This is my first encounter with her. When I talked about Grace Randolph with somebody else, they said no, she's a leftist too. She don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. So, how do we feel now? How do we feel? I think it's great. I think this is great that they're identifying that the problem is that Star Wars is too political. I think it's great that they realize that at least Disney realizes that Kathleen Kennedy has disenfranchised fandom, and that they need to pull it back from the brink. I don't know how they're going to do it. For the life of me, I don't know how they're going to do it. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you mismanage Star Wars to such a degree that you have obeyed the whims of actor Harrison Ford, but not the pleadings of actor Mark Hamill, who actually is Star Wars? Harrison Ford apparently doesn't even like Star Wars. Why did they let Harrison Ford choose the method of Han Solo's death in The Force Awakens? Why? And then why didn't they listen to Mark Hamill at all about his character that he lived with his whole life in The Last Jedi? What is going on? What exactly is going wrong over there? It's terribly, terribly mismanaged. Creative is out of control. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. I'm super excited about Grace Randolph's report. I'm super excited about what it means for Star Wars. What Grace Randolph is saying is that we need to hold tough for another year. She's saying, look, we've got another year or so, a little less than a year before Star Wars Celebration, and then we've got Episode 9, and we've got to hold out on Episode 9. We've got to fight Episode 9. We've got to make sure that Episode 9 fails. And if we make sure that Episode 9 fails, that will be total victory. Why? Why have they done this? Why have they chased the fans away like this? Why have they chased the fans away? I don't understand it. The people that have spent money on this for so many years, all their lives, they've loved Star Wars, and they've ruined it. And these new fans aren't, Grace actually points out again, another thing that's going on in comics. Comics have chased out the real fans. And when I say real fans, I mean the fans who have been around for a long time and who pay money. I don't care, what your physical attributes are. I don't care about any of this. How long have you been collecting comic books? How much money do you spend on comics? How big of a part of your life is it? I mean, Disney has done the very same thing. They've chased away lifelong Star Wars fans and tried to replace them with people who cynically just want to make fun of lifelong Star Wars fans, pretend that they're fans, but really they just want to feel happy that Star Wars is something different than what the fans wanted it to be or what they expected it to be. I don't know. Let me read some super chats. I've just listened to this. I'm musing on it. I have a lot of thinking to do about it. I'm very excited about this. GRP poll, thanks for $2. Grace is great. She's always on point with her info. Jeffrey Toon, did your head explode? No. Yeah. Pat E, thanks for $4.99. Uncle Ethan, if I order a Soilo t-shirt, will I get it in time for San Diego Comic-Con on July 19th? Yeah, definitely. Ben Strauss, thanks for $2. Catch me up, Uncle E. Never too serious about this. Uh, I can't. I don't know if I sound serious. I sound more like determined, like I want to fight. You know what I mean? Like I don't sound like this is urgent and this is no. It's more like, dude, we're in the middle of a fight. We're in the middle of a fight, and we just got information that we are winning the fight. But you know, it's like they're just on the ropes. Like we have them on the ropes right now. We have these people on the ropes, and we do. We need to stay on target. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, if I sound serious, I don't mean to be. I will get back to being whimsical. I'm just like determined at this point. I'm like, what do we need to do? What's our combo move? Tell me the combo move to knock these people the fuck out. I need finish him. That's what I need right now. We need to finish her. Get these people out of here. Out of here. And 1984, thanks for $5. I guess SJWs are in the business of going out of business. Bunch of morons. Uncle E, I'm sober today. LOL, it's not Friday. Well, I'm glad that you're sober, I guess. Yeah, SJWs don't care about money. They don't care. I said this before in one of my comic book videos. I said, do not hire SJWs. Anybody who is listening out there, wow, we've got 1,800 people watching right now. Is that right? If you're listening right now, you own any kind of small business, and you find out that somebody that might want a job with you is an SJW. I don't care if you run a hot dog stand or a bank. Do not hire an SJW. They do not care about your business. They don't care about making money. They don't care. They care about I don't know what they care about. They care about just preaching their dogma. They care about political activism. They don't care about making you money. In fact, they find the idea that you want them to make money to be oppressive. They don't get it. So don't hire them. They will ruin your business. I tell this to comic book people as well. Don't hire them. I will tell you this. When we have a big comic book company, that's what we're shaping up to do here. We're shaping up to build a comic book company. We will hire 0 SJWs. Comic Artist Pro Secrets Comics will be soy-free. 100% soy-free. I might put that on the label. 100% soy-free. These comics are soy-free. We do not hire SJWs because they do not help to make money. And they do not help to sell comic books. They don't. D. Carey, thanks for $1.99. Disney Vault Episode 9. And Favreau Filoni. Oh, okay, so, well, Favreau. Okay. All right. They're not going to do it. Episode 9 is coming out. It's already begun. It's definitely going to come out. And, I mean, maybe it'll be funny. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun to rip on. But we're going to go see it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to tell you guys about it. I'm sure that the boycott will be in effect. I don't know where I'm going to stand. I don't know if I'm going to become somebody who believes in a boycott by then. I don't know. At the moment, no, I'm not. At the moment, I understand the boycott. I do not support a boycott, or I don't recommend a boycott. That's not what I believe in. But things could change. I mean, these people are cancerous. They're sick. Yeah. Look, I'm a shill. People call me a shill. I'm no shill. Not yet, anyway. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Try to drink quietly, and I end up choking on water. All right. Fire Kennedy, says Redfield 70. Thanks for $5. Fire Kennedy and all of her cancerous cronies. Hire creatives that understand Star Wars is about the monomyth and traditional storytelling. Hashtag we won. We're on the verge of winning. And by the way, I love that we are on the verge of winning. I love the fact that we are a small and rowdy group of fans with big hearts. I love that about the Fandom Menace. We are the Rebel Alliance. We're the Rebel Alliance, and they are the Empire. I mean, it's hilarious. It's like it couldn't be more meta. It couldn't be more meta. We are the rebellion. We are the Fandom Menace. We are a menace to their system. We won't have it anymore. We won't allow it. We're gonna do what we can on a grassroots level to shut them down, and we're doing it. We're doing it. It's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. Yeah. I know. We'll see how I feel about the boycott. We'll feel. We'll see how I feel about it. All right, somebody's gonna yell at me in a second about saying that I invented SJW Star Wars. All right, all right. Angry Liquid, $10. Thanks for $10. Putting Dave in as creative lead is the best choice. I agree they all need to go. I want to get excited for Star Wars again, and getting Dave in creative lead position would go a long way for me. I'm telling you, right now at this point, just give me something. Just give me something like that. Give me something. I'll be happy at least for a little while. I'm just it better be good. The movie's they've got to make a big turn to the right. But I'll feel better. I won't make any negative videos for a little while. I'll make positive, happy, uplifting videos about Star Wars. GRP Paul, thanks for Canadian $2. Grace is on the left, but she's not an extremist. Well, that's the sense that I get. That's right. Kringleberry, thank you for $2. Grace is an okay leftist. She's not far left. All right. Wiser in Time, thanks for $3. KK and her crew, wipe them out. All of them. All of them. Wipe them out. Like I said, and I said this 2 videos ago, a cleansing fire. All of them. All of them. Yeah, get Daddy's Trebuchet. We need the Disney Trebuchet. Does Disney World or Disneyland have a trebuchet? I mean, they must. They have everything. We need a real trebuchet. We need to fling him as hard as we can. Now, somebody said to me that they saw a trebuchet fling a car, and it went pretty far. Like, you can actually use a trebuchet to fling an automobile, just a Chevrolet, just right through the sky, and just watch it get smaller and smaller against the sun. That's what we need to do to Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, she's tall and lanky, but she's got to be fairly light. We'll fling her. She'll go pretty far. Pablo Hidalgo, I don't really know. What kind of counterweight can we get to get him off into the sky? I want to get him into the atmosphere. So what exactly do we use as a counterweight there to get Pablo Hidalgo airborne? I don't know. We'd figure it out. But we'd get him into orbit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just trebuchet him right out into the atmosphere. I would love to see that one happen. All of them need to go. Ryan Johnson needs to go. All of his weirdo friends, that guy Ram, whatever his name, the guy who said that Ryan Johnson's first movie was going to hit in 2020. I don't even know what to do with that poor bastard. I have no idea. I don't want to fling him. I just want to, I don't know. What I would like to do is I would just like to push him into a hole. A big deep hole. You ever see that hole? Somebody said there's a really, really deep hole, and they put a microphone down there, and they could hear the people in hell screaming. Yeah. That if I could find out where that hole is, I would push most of Lucasfilm into it. Just push them in. Right down in there, right with the people who are screaming in hell. How do you get a microphone down that far? Is hell in the center of the earth? Is that where Satan lives? Is it? How long of a rope did you need to get a microphone down there to hear people screaming, like souls screaming in torturous pain? Whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just tell me where that crack in the earth is. I'll push people into it. We need to get all of these people out of here. And then just start over again. Let's get Dave Filoni. Look at him. Look at Dave Filoni with his cowboy hat. Look at him. Soy free. That is a soy free face. Look. That man's never been cucked. Ever. Oh, I want to see Dave Filoni. I got to look at more pictures of Dave Filoni. I want to see what this guy looks like. I'm going to get a sense of Dave Filoni. I mean, it's pretty cool. I honestly, looking at pictures of Dave Filoni right now, it'd be kind of like getting a preview of the next line of Kenner action figures in 1983. This is what awaits us. Look at this. Look at this gentleman. Look at this gentleman here. Dave Filoni. None of this better be porn. I'm trusting Dave Filoni. I believe in him. Look at him. He's like, guys, I got you. Look at him. He looks like a country western star. Guys, I got this. I got this. Yeah, I know. I saw Kathleen Kennedy, Cray Cray KK. He's like, I know. He's like, look at him. He's like Johnny Cash. Oh my God, that's a man right there. That's a man's man. Look at him. Yeah, let me turn some of these lights off. I'm sorry, he's got a glare on his nose there. Where's that glare coming from? Oh, it's way behind me. Let me see if I can cover it with my hand. Look at that guy. Yeah. Look at him. Handsome. I think he's handsome. I don't care. He's a manly man. No. No homo. No, no homo. This is the savior of Star Wars right here. Yeah. What a gentleman. Yeah, he's kind of, look at him. Star Wars Rebels. Hey, Mr. Filoni, I'd like to buy you a beer. You seem like a good guy. You seem like a good gentleman. No homo. No. No, not at all. No. Look at him. Look at him. He's going to look at Kathleen Kennedy and be like, yeah, clean out your desk. It's mine now. How do you think he talks? Yeah, Midwestern accent? Like, I never heard Dave Filoni say nothing. What's he sound like? I don't know. But I can picture it. I like his big hat. I might get a big hat like that. So I could be like Dave Filoni. He's really mild sounding, is he? Oh, don't tell me that. I want him to have a voice like thunder. What? He doesn't sound like a girly Mike Tyson. Does he really? Are you kidding me? Yo, I'm serious. I am going to get that hat. All right, now you guys have me concerned about his voice. I don't know if I can tolerate the idea that Dave Filoni sounds like a girly Mike Tyson. Does he really? Let me check on that. Dave Filoni. You guys are probably lying to me, and I'm sure he's got a voice like the mighty Thor. He's gotta. I believe in him. Dave Filoni interview. I wonder if he has any feelings about trebuchets. What's his opinion on trebuchets? Oh, it's Collider. Yeah, Collider interview.
Well, you know how happy I am. If you've been watching Jedi Council,
Yeah.
Star Wars The Rebels review on Collider, you know how I feel about this gentleman here.
Yeah.
I've said this to his face. I've said this to you, and I will say it to him again. I believe this is the heir apparent. This is the man.
The heir apparent.
That he is the guy who
I can't turn it up.
he was the guy that you were in position. You said this much.
I've tried.
Dude,
I mean, like Yoda says,
Oh.
I'm trying to do it, but you know, it is a challenge.
Oh, he's got a lisp.
how humble you are. But dude, you've done it. Like you've seen it. Because I think that what you've done, and it's funny because it matches up with even the last episode that I've seen. Connectivity is so important to me as a Star Wars fan in general. I've had
Why can't he sound like this guy?
times the franchise in general might not do that. I don't feel that with your show. I don't feel that with you. The way that you connected the entire franchise in this last episode with Ezra as he's walking through and he hears all these voices. That's the first thing I want to talk to you about. What was the decision as far as the connectivity, making it all count, how he has to
No.
work? And it wasn't a gimmick. It was necessary for the story.
Yeah, for me, I mean, there's reasons why I wanted to set him into that.
Oh my God, he's totally soy based.
Get him a final lesson.
Oh my God.
Ahsoka, for him to relive the moment that Kanan passed, so he can truly understand what's at stake there. It's a way for Kanan to pass a baton.
He can truly understand what's at stake there. Oh no. He does. He sounds like Cecil. Oh my God, guys. What are we going to do? You guys weren't lying. Everyone's saying I told you. Oh, no. I'm holding my head right now in my hands. I don't know what to say. What do we do? Yeah, but he knows his Star Wars, right? He knows his Star Wars. He's not. Yeah. All right. My dad says he'll give manly voice lessons. I don't know. Oh my God. Let me read some of these super chats. I can't take it. You know what? California does that to you, though. California definitely does that to you. You can't, you go there and then everyone else, all the other guys talk like that. And before you know it, that's how you're talking. Yes. What do you, That's just the way it is. Wiser in Time, thank you for $3. KK and her crew, wipe them out, all of them. Order 66. Curtis YZ, thanks for $2. Star Wars ships are sinking when they are meant to fly. Yeah. Star Wars ships are meant to fly. Evil Paradigm, thanks for $5. You're like Columbus saying he discovered America, except you are a good person, and not even Columbus wanted to discover bad Star Wars. Thank you for saying that I'm a good person. I'm a better person than Columbus. But you know what? Like, honestly, would I give smallpox infected blankets to Lucasfilm right now? I can't promise you that I wouldn't. I can't promise you that I wouldn't do that. And I mean well. I want you guys to understand. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying, like, given the chance, smallpox blankets to Lucasfilm, or not. I might. I'd like to think I'm a better person than Columbus. Well, listen. I feel like even still, I am the one who started using the expression SJW Star Wars. It's not a big deal. But you'll have to show me who else was saying SJW Star Wars to prove that I am not worthy of taking credit for that. I mean, who? Andrew Dixon, thank you for $2. Ryan is so angry his head's gone full plasma ball. Yeah. Ryan Johnson is out of his mind on Twitter right now. Out of his mind. And I can't wait. I really. Are we going to get a moment where it is said somewhere that Ryan Johnson's trilogy isn't going to happen, or is it just not going to happen? And we just have to kind of just go, but he's moved on to something else. And that's the thing. I want to hear from Lucasfilm that Ryan Johnson's trilogy has been shelved. That's what I want to hear. Ragmuffin, thank you for $2. Did Grace take the pill? I don't know. I hope you're referring to the red pill. Because the other pill is none of my business. Red pill, maybe. She's talking about SJWs a lot and far leftists invading Star Wars. And she's also talking about the real fans, the original fans. Now, SJWs hate it when you use the phrase real fans. They get very upset about it. And they go, oh, you think you're the real fans, huh? Yeah. So there is but it is true, in fact, that there is such a thing as real fans. They're the ones that actually invest in the hobby, that spend money and time and thought and all of this on the hobby. And then there are people who pretend they like it and they go and buy a purse or something like that, or a little shirt down at Hot Topic, and they are fake geeks. Grace seems to be aware of this. Grace seems to be legit. I think I like Grace. I think she seems okay. I don't. It's the first video I've ever seen of hers, but I'm pleased with the result of that video. I'm pleased with the messaging. I'm pleased with everything about that video. Myers Solon, thank you for $2. We need an Ewok dance party after Episode 9 bombs. Will it bomb though? Will it bomb? I think it could bomb. I mean, I do think at this point, Fandom Menace does have the power to make a movie bomb, because the original fans are all there is. And then there are just kind of mild hobbyists that'll go see a movie because it's the movie that's out right now. But the real fans, the people that actually go see the movie 5 or 6 times. And I've seen guys. There was a guy on Twitter. He was this guy who was like, I'm the biggest Marvel fan. And he took pictures of himself every day. He saw Avengers Infinity War every day for like 3 weeks. And he took a picture of himself wearing a different shirt every day. Outside of the movie, like, I just bought my ticket, I'm going to see it again. Now that's a real fan. There aren't too many of those, and God forbid you disenfranchise a guy like that. You can't do that. You have to be like, oh, good sir, what would you like? What would you like? A T-shirt? I don't know. What do you? You have to be good to people like that. You have to be good. And Lucasfilm has been terrible to the real fans. Absolutely terrible to the real fans. Shameful. Rome Gennaro wants me to make a Finisher More meme shirt at Disney. Finisher More meme shirt at Disney. Kendall Navstar, hello. Thanks for $2. Black Moose can help build your empire. Thank you, Kendall. You would definitely be needed for that. Ito Higuma, thank you for €10. The time has come for the Fandom Menace to lick all the butter in Kennedy's fridge. That is right. Yes, licking all the butter. In every fridge. We're going to lick the butter in all the fridges at Lucasfilm. The Grand Inquisitor, thanks for $5. Oh, I'm afraid the boycott will be quite operational when your episode 9 arrives. Yeah, and then you laugh through like twisted teeth. I like Palpatine. Why won't they make it? I want to see a young Palpatine movie. I would like to see a young Palpatine TV series. I want to know what he was like as a kid. Don't you? It'd be kind of like Dennis the Menace. I want young Palpatine, but I want it to be like Dennis the Menace. I want there to be a Mr. Wilson character. Who would Mr. Wilson be? I got to think about that. But so we're this is pretty creative. We got something here. We got something here. Got an idea. See, this is why I should be running Lucasfilm. And I'll hire Lord and Miller back. I'll be Lord and Miller. You want to make a comedy? Look, here it is. Young Palpatine. Think Dennis the Menace. I don't know. Force sensitive 8-year-old in tune with the dark side. Break all day. Thanks for $2. Glug glug glug. Choke choke choke. Well, listen, I'm trying to keep hydrated, and I'm trying to do it quietly. You guys make me nervous. You guys make me very nervous. I'm very shy. I'm very shy and nervous and awkward behind the microphone. And all I want to do is have a drink of water, and you guys make fun of me. Of course I choke. Of course I do. What would you do? Chris in Oregon, thanks for $2. Give KK a job cleaning porta potties. I wouldn't trust her to. I wouldn't trust her to because she doesn't recognize crap when she sees it. Hunter's Wrath, thank you for $1.99. We escaped hot, but 9 is the second Death Star. Is it really? Is yeah, is 9 the second Death Star that we need to explode? I like that. I like that idea. Excellent. Yes, 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 yes. And I lost my place. Let me scroll back. Let me scroll back. A lot of people are telling me, yeah, just breathe, Ethan. Guys, I take all this upon myself on your behalf. It's hard. It's not easy. Um, everyone's everyone loves the trebuchet idea. Outpatient, thanks for Canadian $2. Uncle E, he choke when the lid fell on your head. What lid? No lid fell on my head. What lid fell on my head? Oh, what you? Neglect Sacks, thanks for DKK 50. Ethan, crowdfund a SpaceX launch. I like that idea as long as what you're talking about is launching Lucasfilm into space. And it doesn't have to go right. Everything doesn't have to go perfect. Ito Higuma, thank you for €5. We could catapult Ryan Johnson or use a trebuchet. The round head would make a great projectile. Yeah, I honestly think that Ryan Johnson would make a good. You know how what are those things called? The shuttles, cock shuttles. What are shuttlecocks? When you play badminton, yeah, Ryan Johnson is a shuttlecock. He's a shuttlecock, and I think he would kind of work the same way. He's weighted on one end, and you smack him through the air, and he would fly. You guys, am I wrong? Aren't they called shuttlecocks? Don't lie to me now. No, they're shuttlecocks. They're birdies. Yeah. Trust me, I know everything. I know everything about badminton. You guys, I've just scratched the surface of what I know about badminton. You guys would be amazed. You guys don't even know how much I know about badminton. So don't argue with me. They're called shuttlecocks, and Ryan Johnson would make a good shuttlecock if he were flung out of into the sky from a trebuchet. It would be the same kind of effect. Head first, head heavy. Really good chef. Thank you for $5. Use all the unsold copies of the Last Jedi DVDs as counterweight. Ooh, my God, can you imagine that? So you basically what you do is you take all the unsold copies of the Last Jedi, and then you put them on one end. This is a brilliant idea. That would fling him to Mars. I really think he would fly to Mars if you did that. My gosh, so many bright ideas in this crowd. So many bright ideas. I get so much great fan art and so much terrific material from this bright, intelligent audience. Yeah, and very kind too. You guys are also very, very kind people who don't make fun of me when I'm choking on water. David Knight, thank you for £5. Can we lower Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, and all the SJWs at Lucasfilm into fire like at the end of Terminator 2, but without any tears? LOL. Keep up the good work. Uh, Lower them into fire. Well, that's gonna happen eventually, Judgment Day. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't. I don't have any moral quandary with lowering them into a pit of fire. I don't think I would cry either. No. Jesse N, thank you for $2. I finally bought my Cyberfrog plus Ashcan. That is great news. I'm really glad that you bought a copy of Cyberfrog plus the Ashcan. That does mean a lot to me. Cyberfrog is doing very, very well. Why can't I just get straight to Cyberfrog? Oops. Let me take a look at how Cyberfrog is doing. Cyberfrog, Blood Honey, IndieGoGo campaign. It's doing better than anything, and the SJWs are getting real mad at me. Yeah, look at this. We're gonna hit 330. We are $471 away from $330,000. Oh, those SJWs are so mad at me right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, let's finish this idea. Let's finish this notion here. Justin Kelly, thank you for $4.99. Star Wars porn parody made more money than Soilo. Tom King, thank you for $2. Episode 9 equals Luke waking up from the nightmare of episode 7 and 8. Well, that is what people want. And that is why that is not what they are going to get. That is what people want. Sad Squirrel, thank you for $9.99. Don't be surprised if many of the people that have harassed the fan base start to change their tune and try to gain our favor back. Don't forget that rats always find a way out of a sinking ship. I don't know if SJWs do. SJWs do not change their tune. They double down. They will persecute the fandom even more. Yeah, SJWs don't suddenly, they're not normal people. So it's not like they're going to go, oh, well, maybe I'd be better off if I, became a non-SJW. That's not how they operate. They're really dyed-in-the-wool lunatics, and they will turn on even worse. They'll turn even worse on the normies. That's us. We're the normies. We're normal. Yeah, this is pretty exciting, guys. Thank you so much. Marlon Sebo, thanks for $2. Thunder Filoni. Yeah, well, no, he didn't turn out to be. I don't want to think about that anymore. I'm going to forget that I heard that. Sometimes it's better just to look at people and not hear them, and then sometimes the other way around. But in this case, I really wish I had never heard Dave Filoni's voice. I looked at him and I went, that's a cowboy. That's Johnny Cash. I'm going to hear him talk, and he's going to be like, hey, I'm Dave Filoni. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And I got some ideas of how we can turn this sinking ship around. If you'll just come along with me. You can call me Uncle Dave. And Uncle Dave is going to show you guys how to turn Star Wars from a sinking ship into a flying, soaring Star Destroyer. That's what I'm going to do. And instead he was like, hey, well, there are some things, there are aspects of Star Wars that I... Oh my God. Yeah. Alarming. Nathan Moore, thank you for $5. Amazon blocked my review of The Last Jedi to prevent abuse. That's good. Amazon's looking out for you. And then refunded me without asking to prevent me from ever giving an owner review. Share. Is that true? Nathan Moore, that is a scandal. Why would Amazon do that to you? Why would they do that? Dikari, thank you for $1.99. He's a Pittsburgh guy and a hockey fan. So Dave Filoni is from Pittsburgh. Oh, he's been in LA too long. I'll tell you that. Jesus, is it Jesus Avalos? Thanks for $2. Yo, he gay. I don't know if he's gay. I don't get that. I don't know. That's Jesus's opinion. Jesse N, thank you for $2. Soyception, I know. Paul Bevins, thanks for $10. Not a fan of she. Still, I find them more immature and or disturbed than anything. Barring anyone from Redemption is disturbing to me. SJW started with Wendy Wilson in 1916. Or Wendy Wilson, I'm thinking of the from Wilson Phillips. Was Wendy Wilson from Wilson Phillips around in 1916? Was she? My gosh. I think she predates her dad. Or Dorothy Day in the 1920s. SJW started, social justice warriors started with those people. Well, that wasn't the question. The question was identifying. I'm not saying I invented the phrase SJW at all. I remember SJW coming into the mainstream again around 2010. I remember they started calling themselves social justice warriors, and I was like, oh my god, you guys are so lame. And then, then they quickly retreated from that and said, why are you calling us SJWs? That's not right. That is really... And they did that to me again today on Twitter. They're like, why do you label us SJWs? I'm like, you labeled yourself that. I'm just going along with it. No, what I did was I just identified the problem in Star Wars as SJW. I don't know if anyone did before me. When I came on the scene to talk about what had gone wrong with The Last Jedi, I knew it was social justice right away. But maybe other people did too. I don't know. Matt Horkin, thanks for $2. Looks like Ryan J with a hat. No. Cecil, $2. He says, he sounds fine to me. You're nuts. Okay, Cecil. Laura, make Star Wars fun again. Thanks for $1.99. He's cool, and she put a nice little emoticon of a guy with sunglasses. I didn't invent SJWs. That's not what I'm saying. I wouldn't invent SJWs. I wouldn't invent them. Not at all. Yeah. Caesar Low JPN, thank you for $2. I missed the World Class Bullshitter stream, so here you go, Uncle E. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Evil Paradigm, thank you for $5. Ethan, breathe. He does good writing. I'd rather he can write than talk like John Wayne. I don't know about that. I got to think about that. Yeah, I guess so. But even still, I want him to talk like John Wayne or Johnny Cash. I want him to talk like Johnny Cash with that hat. Midnight Cherry TV, thanks for $2. Rebels is the best Disney Star Wars work, but it's not soy free. It isn't soy free. Atlantean, thanks for $4.99. We are at the trench run stage, and torpedoes are away straight at Kathleen Kennedy and her cronies. Collective exhaust ports, may they penetrate. Yeah. Well, I mean, right now we are bullseyeing Womp Rats. That's what we're doing here. We are preparing. We're preparing for episode 9. This is us. Yeah, that's all we're doing. We're just we're practicing. We're warming up. Episode 9 is where it's really going to count. Hank Blackburn, thank you for $5. Appreciate the donation. Schismatic, thanks for $5. Every Collider host has lips stretched apart from filleting everyone at Lucas. Arth. Collider's weird. They're weird. John Smith, thank you for $5. Grace is getting all sorts of crap on social media for telling the truth. We should have her back. Is she really? Is she getting crap for saying what she said on social media? People are attacking her? Why would they do that? How stupid. Either it's true or it's not true. Why would you attack her for telling the truth? Yeah, absolutely. Everybody circle Grace Randolph at this point. Peter Barbarossa, thanks for $5. Sounds like Capote. That's cold, but that's correct. He does sound like Truman Capote, but it's good if he's soy outside but pure USDA beef on the inside. Shows we embrace quality despite appearances, unlike bigoted SJWs. Those bigots. Mark Beeman, hello, thanks for $1.99. Captain Liberator, thanks for $2. There is no undiscovered Star Wars fan base. The Vile Delinquent, thanks for $5. Uncle E just backed Cyberfrog recently. I hope you put in the shmoo, because your Star Wars fans need to behold the beauty and meaning behind the wonderful shmoo. I have not promised that shmoo will be in Cyberfrog at all. I have not made that claim. I have no plans to put shmoo in there, but I mean, I could. Looks like we sold like 3 more copies. That's good. Joe Owensby, thanks for $5. Episode 9 will bomb if we make sure it bombs. Then the pro Cray KK groups will be ousted. We have to destroy all their loyalists. We have to root them out where they live. Root them out. Wipe them out, all of them. Dark Nut, thanks for $5. Save the last piece of George for me. I will, but unfortunately it's his scrotum. Eric, thank you for $5. Sheev. Jason DeWitt, thanks for $5. We need to boycott Captain Marvel and their attempt to go soy wars, social justice warriors also. Yeah, we can't. They're doing it. They're going to do that. That is the whole plan. The whole plan of Infinity War has a big social justice warrior punchline, and that is why it's going to suck. Started out good, it's going to end bad. Meyer Salon, thank you for $1.99 donation. Anth 1984 Trey, thank you for $5. Ruin Everything Johnson is way worse than Trump. Being on Twitter, at least Trump gets S done. Yeah, I like Trump's Twitter though. I think it's funny. Evil Paradigm, thanks for $2. Hail Hydrate. Yeah, I will. That's a good idea. Let's do that right now. You guys don't get. Can I just drink some water without you guys making fun of me? Is it possible? I'll be quiet. Just let me drink water without you guys making fun of me. That's all I ask. I no, I can't. All right, hold on. Just, look, no. Oh my gosh, here comes the glug glug. I'm done. I'm done. Oh yeah, constantly making fun of me for everything. I love you guys so much. So funny. Uh, wow. All right, let's get back to this. A lot of people really like the trebuchet idea. GR people, thanks for $2. Chug, 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 chug. It's not like that. It's not like I'm. Richard Bosian, thanks for $2. Yeah, but I think he is more of a shuttlecock. A shuttlecock. Shuttlecock. Harrison Bergeron, thanks for $9.99. Obi-Wan movie. Yojimbo slash Fistful of Dollars on some backwater planet playing two sets of gangsters off each other to help the locals with baby Luke to tow on the way to Tatooine. You're hired. You're hired. That sounds really cool. That sounds like a great idea, Harrison Bergeron. And why have you not been hired by Lucasfilm to write the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie? That is the question. DDK, thank you for £2. Trebucheting that round head might open a black hole. Oof. Matt Horkin, I didn't think about the universal consequences, like what might happen out in. I didn't think about that. I didn't consider any of that, which is just shows goes to show. Yeah, my earthocentrism. Matt Horkin, thank you for $5. Dave Filoni looks exactly like Ryan Johnson, just in a hat. I don't. Wait, really? Uh, what's on the back of this? He kind of does. You're right. Oh, I lost my faith. I lost my faith. I'm like George Lucas. I believe in midichlorians now. I can't. There's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. The soy is everywhere. There's no hope. Stevie Sparks, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for $5. Pucus Film just announced Dennis the Phantom Menace. Dennis the Phantom Menace. See how these things come together? You guys are right on the money. You guys are right on the ball. Uh, Dennis the Phantom Menace. It's a prequel. It's a prequel to absolutely to the Emperor's story. Well, it's young Emperor Palpatine, Dennis the Phantom Menace. Very good. And then they retracted the announcement 2 minutes later. Stevie, you've been paying attention. That is what they do. They put it out there and they just see if we bite. We'll see if any fish bite on this idea, and then they immediately say that's not what we meant. We didn't. No, that was. We never confirmed. Super Divorce. What a great name. My name is Super Divorce. $1.99. Wow, Ethan, great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you. Thank you so much, Michelle Obama. Anth 1984. Thanks for $5. SJWs are like zombies. They keep coming at regular people until somebody cracks or puts a bullet in their head. Well, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But they do keep coming. Timsky 100. Thanks for Australian $5. We should crowdfund as many fire Ryan Johnson billboards as possible around Hollywood. Yeah, but fire Ryan Johnson at what and from what? I mean, that is the question. We want to fire him from a trebuchet right into the sky. I agree about billboards. I like the idea of doing billboards. Um, how would we do that? How could we crowdfund that? Could we crowdfund billboards around the Bay Area about firing Ryan Johnson? That'd be pretty good if we could get one like right outside Pinewood Studios. It'd just be good. England DG, thanks for $4.99. Sounds like Iger gave Kathleen and Ryan the coffeeist for closers talk today. Put that franchise down. Yeah, I think it was actually a month ago, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The Vile Delinquent, thanks for $5. If Cyberfrog is an alien frog, does that mean he sides with vampires or zombies and werewolves? What a great question. A question of political importance, as you well know. I don't think I think he's unaffiliated. But yeah, I'm afraid he would be with he would be on the side of aliens. He counts as an alien. Oh no! Look what I've done. Look what I've done. People Circus, thanks for $2. Rest in peace, George. With the Angels now. David Dowler, thank you for $2. Any word on more Cyberfolk stretch goals? No, no, no. I think we're gonna stop at the sticker. At 300,000, we unlocked a sticker. From there, I think we're just gonna cool it. I gotta make sure I can afford all of this. I know it looks like a lot of money, but I'm telling you right now, taxes will take 1/3 off of this amount. And then whatever it costs to put together all of these books, and it's going to be quite a bit. It is going to be tight. So I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I'd rather just kind of promise and deliver, and that is the thing. Go Kings Go! Thanks for 4.99. Did you see the T-shirts? Star Wars Explained War. Shills with the Disney logo on their back. It was a joke on their behalf. Still LOL. That's funny. Good. Ariak Draken, thank you for $1. I appreciate your donation. Matthew Lynch, thanks for $2. Glug glug. I can't even drink water without you guys making fun of me. Is that true? You guys are just gonna make fun of me for everything that I do all the time. Terrible. I'm very fragile. I have very thin skin. Certainly, you guys must know that by now. Grim Jim 666, thanks for £2. Woohoo! You hear Netflix picked up the Lucifer show? I didn't hear that. I didn't. Is that good news? I didn't watch any of the Lucifer show. I thought the trailer looked interesting. But yeah, I can't. The only thing I can make time for now is Walking Dead. And that, by the way, that is coming to an end. And I said it was going to come to an end as soon as those dummies killed Carl. I said you just ended the show. I don't know if you meant to. I don't know if you meant to end the show that way. But when you kill Carl, you end the show. Rick no longer has a reason to go on. If I had just my son and I was living in a zombie apocalyptic hellhole, I would go on as long as my son were around. I mean, that's it. My son is it. That's all I have to live for. Okay, and then yeah, no. And by the way, Carl became quite the philosopher as he was dying of a zombie-infected fever, didn't he? I couldn't wait for him to die. He spent a whole. I know. I'm sorry. He spent a whole 2 episodes suddenly becoming Dr. Phil. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. It was terrible. It was just awful. Yeah, if you're dying ravaged of zombie fever, Father, please raise my sister, right? Raise her and blah blah blah. I've written a letter. I have composed a letter that I would like you to give to Negan, demanding that he submit to peace. I think it is the only way. It's dead. The show is dead. After that, the show is dead, and they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. It's ridiculous. Part of me thinks Robert Kirkman just wanted to stop. You know, Robert Kirkman just wanted to stop. Schismatic, thanks for $5. Excuse me while I throw an entire 5-gallon bottle of sparklets down my throat. Could you do that? Immortal Coil, thanks for $5. D. Filoni sounds gay, but watch how he made Obi-Wan take down Maul, and watch how Ashoka takes down Vader on Rebels. Really. Sergeant Lowe, thanks for $4.99. Did you see the HuffPost article today titled "Women Are Evil"? Yeah, I wrote it, didn't I? No. So they had an article about women being evil too. Yeah, they swiped it. Golden Dragon 222, thanks for $5. Yeah, they ruined it because in the comic, Old Man Carol, wait, Old Man Carol, is telling the story, not Rick. Whatever. I mean, I haven't read the comic. I gave up on the comic when you know the character whose name begins with A died. I don't want to. I hate this. I don't want to spoil things. But then again, it's like people ask me this question. They're like, "Why don't you give like these toys that you hate? Why don't you give them to children?" Because I like kids. I don't want to give kids awful toys. Why would I? If I assess a toy to be worthy of nothing but the garbage, why would I give it to a kid? It doesn't make any sense. And the same thing, if I'm saying like a comic book is terrible, why am I worried about spoilers? Oh well, somebody else might like it. No, I'm telling you, nobody will like this. Nobody will like it. So why would I worry about spoilers? I should just spoil it. Keep you away from it. Um, yeah. Justin Ward, thank you for Canadian $2. The Summer of George. The Summer of George, Jerry. Yeah. By the way, how many hippies can you name named Jerry? Like, most of the most famous hippies in the world are named Jerry. I wrote a whole song about it. I was like, they're stinky, self-righteous, lazy, and hairy. Why are all the hippies named Jerry? And how did it go? It was like, uh, little Jerry from the Muppets was a dope-smoking tool, and Jerry Garcia was a nine-fingered fool. And I go on, and I list all of the Jerrys that are hippies. Uh, and they're all named, they're all named Jerry. It's really weird. Jerry Hopkins, the hippie papers are meant to be burned. Uh, I don't know. I'd have to go over it again. I'd have to remember the song about hippies being named Jerry, but it was pretty good. And I had about 16 examples of hippies named Jerry. And I really don't get it. I don't understand why that was, but it is a strange phenomenon. If you know a Jerry, he's likely a hippie. And the weird thing is, I realized that Geraldo Rivera, also a hippie in the 60s, but does Geraldo count as Jerry? Did he ever go as Jerry Rivera? Or was it just Geraldo? Yeah, Jerry Springer is a hippie. Jerry Springer, talk show hippie, whose gimmick got old. I don't know. I can't remember the lyrics, but Jerry Springer was definitely in there. Jerry Brown, elect Jerry Brown in California goes to hell. That was in there. That was one of the lines. Seriously, they're all named Jerry. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it has to be spelled with a J. But it does. Yeah. It just has to sound like Jerry. It just has to sound like Jerry. Who was the guy from the Chicago 8? Jerry. Shoot. He led the Chicago 8. Those hippies. Um. Jerry and the holograms. No, 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 not Jerry Hollowell. I mean, that's Jerry Rubin. Thank you. Yeah, Jerry Rubin from the Chicago 8. Another hippie. Another filthy hippie. I don't get it. Jerry Orbach. He might have been a hippie. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, for some reason, I'm not saying that. Jerry Garcia, of course. Yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis, was he a hippie? He wouldn't be a hippie. He wouldn't be a hippie. I'm just saying, all the hippies I know are named Jerry, except for my dad. My dad's not really a hippie though. Not anymore. Uh, let's see. Spidley, thanks for $5. Wendig thinks he's an artist. He is Spit from Beat Street, rampaging and defacing others' art. At least Spit never demanded money or respect. I demand money and respect. Well, I mean, all right, I'm gonna take this out. I gotta plug this back in now. My phone is going to die. We're gonna have to talk through the air now. No more microphone. That disturbs me. But that's what happens when I walk around with my phone in my pocket all day long. It's the battery is not good for when I'm ready to live stream. Matthew Lynch, thank you for $5. How long do I have to pre-order Cyberfrog? I want a high tier, but I have to save first. Okay, good news about that. IndieGoGo reached out to me last week and said, hey, your campaign is doing very, very well. How would you feel about extending it? Now, when you do an IndieGoGo campaign, you are allowed to one extension. Now, initially, you have a choice of either going for 30 days or for 60 days. And I said, I only want to go for 30 days. That's it, just 30 days in and out. Because I was told that this was really stressful. And it is stressful. It is stressful. I mean, not anymore, though. I mean, it's not stressful now. Now that we've made $250,000, I'm just kind of chilling. But I am hearing from people like you who are saying, I want to buy an original page, I want to upgrade to a higher tier, or I just want to bid it all, but I'm not going to have any money to spend like this until next month. I told IndieGoGo that I would be extending my campaign. I will make the formal kind of announcement that I'm extending it on, I think, Thursday or Friday. It just seems like the right thing to do. And frankly, all I'm trying to do is sell comic books. I'm just trying to pre-sell. I'm just trying to like pre-order or pre-sell comic books. I'm trying to bring in the pre-orders. Right now we're at like 5,000. I'm not thrilled with selling 5,000 copies. I really would like to sell more like 10,000 copies. It just, even though this is kind of a special graphic novel, if you can sell 10,000 copies, I mean, you are of a book that's 48 pages. I mean, you are in the you're I think you might be the number one graphic novel that month. I want to be number one. I want to be number one. So I'm gonna extend it. What do you guys think of that? Is that a problem? Jerry Mathers, yeah, he was the Beaver. I don't know if he was. A lot of people still trying to work out more hippies, Jerry. 60 days. I don't know if I'm going to do 60 days. I might do 2 more weeks. I might do 2 more weeks. But I need to hear from you guys, like, how much longer do you need? Because people are saying, yeah, like, I need more time to get money together. Like, I don't care. Like, I will say that on the 30-day mark, that is when I should be judged about how much money my Indiegogo campaign brought in, because that's what I did to that's what I did to Richard in Diversity in Comics, Zach. I was like, dude, after your 30 days, you made 194. So that's what you made. I know you're up to 350 now, but you made 194. I'm going to count what I make against yours after 30 days. And after that, if I open up a store, I just want to sell Cyberfrog comics. That is important. I would not worry so much about not being able to pre-order. I will make it so that you can, yeah, you can't buy books when Indiegogo is done. You can, but I don't know. I don't know how it works. I got to talk to Diversity in Comics about it and see what he's doing. I think the whole purpose of having a time window is that if you're not going to make your goal, like let's say that I was asking for $8,000. Let's say that if 30 days was coming up on me and I was at $6,000 and I hadn't raised my eight yet, I could say, I'm going to extend my campaign for another 30 days to try to make that $8,000 goal. And that's kind of the purpose of an extension, so that you can actually meet your goal and not have to end up paying Indiegogo. The way Indiegogo works is if you don't, they want 5% of what you say that you want. So if I want $8,000 and I don't make $8,000, I don't get any money, but I still owe Indiegogo 5% of my $8,000. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the gimmick of Indiegogo. If you aren't going to make your fixed goal, then you owe them 5% anyway. I don't. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Is Tom and Jerry a? I don't know if Jerry's a hippie, like the mouse Jerry. What wasn't really a hippie. I don't know. Jerry Van Sciver. There is no Jerry Van Sciver that I know of. There might be one. So what are you guys saying? Victoria, you're saying I should just close it after 30 days, or should I extend it for another 30 days? I don't know. I'm not really sure. They want me to believe me when I tell you. Indiegogo wants me to keep extending this. Indiegogo wants me to extend this. I have not participated in anything that they've sent me. They've wanted me to be a part of this and that and this and that, do interviews. I've more or less ignored them. I don't really want to get involved in Indiegogo, all this extra stuff. But Indiegogo definitely wants me to extend because they're taking 5% of this total. So they're like, oh my gosh, like you're the biggest crowdfund of all time, we would like you to keep going. Extend 30 days. No, Brent. If I extend it for 30 days, I'm not going to campaign on it this way. I'm going to campaign hard. I'm campaigning hard now for this 30 days. I'm just campaigning my face off, and I'm constantly doing live streams and stuff. No, I mean, as soon as the first 30 days is done, I mean, it's hard in the paint doing nothing but work. I'm going to go back to doing one live stream a day and one video in the morning. One video in the morning, one live stream at night. And that'll be my regular YouTube schedule. And the rest of the time, I will be sitting here drawing. And I will have no life. Absolutely no life. Cyberfrog needs to get finished. It needs to get finished quickly, on time. When 1998, the ash can is finished, that's going straight to the printer. And then I'm going to finish up Blood Honey, and that is going to go straight to the printer. All of this needs to be done before my birthday, which is September 3rd. And then I'll celebrate on my birthday the completion of the whole project. It'll go off to the printers. It'll be back in time. Hopefully, it'll be back in October at some point from the printer, everything. And then I'll be shipping things out to you. You guys need to have this in November. It's very important. As soon as I am finished that, we're going to campaign hard for Rainbow Brute. Right back to Rainbow Brute again. I can't wait for Rainbow Brute, dude. So fun. I was dying this morning just talking with Andrea about Rainbow Brute and coming up with new ideas for Rainbow Brute. It was so funny. This book is going to be huge. Extend it for 30 days. All right, well, that's what I'm going to do. Rainbow Brute is going to be the second one. If I can, here's the thing. How does this work? I gotta start drawing. Yeah, ideally, I'd like to get Rainbow Brute in people's hands in time for Christmas. That might be pushing it. Fetid Tuna says, don't forget to do a live drawing stream, Ethan. Fetid, I do maybe 2 a week of the live drawing streams. I don't do them every day because sometimes I just want privacy. And I want to, But, yeah, I do live drawing streams a lot. What is Rainbow Brute? Rainbow Brute is the next comic that we're going to do in between Cyberfrog 1 and 2, only because people demanded it. I probably would have gone straight to Cyberfrog number 2, but there has been a unceasing demand for a comic book based on this fellow. I will show you him in a second, and we will go through the pitch so that you understand if you don't know quite who he is yet. All right, so this is... click that in there. And back out a little bit. This is Rainbow Brute. Rainbow Brute. Can you see him? Yeah, Stevie Spark says, what does an extension have to do with the release date? Stevie, people are under the impression that if I extend the campaign for another month, that means I won't be working actively on the book for another month. That's not the case. If I extend for another month, I'm going to be very lazy about campaigning for this thing. I'll mention it every day. I'll talk about it every day. But not like now. Now I'm doing like almost 2 live streams a day, trying to get people to bid this up. And all I'm doing is talking about Cyberfrog. It's work. Running this campaign is work. But if I extend it for another month, I'll just mention it. And mostly people know about it, I assume. And I'm just going to let them pledge at their leisure. There's still something like 25 pages of original art that people can buy. Right there, that's $25,000 that I would love to add to the campaign total. So let's leave that up, and maybe I'll come up with a couple new perks. Maybe I'll come up with a couple new tiers. I don't know. But anyway, here's Rainbow Brute. So who is Rainbow Brute? Rainbow Brute is Rainbow Brite's. This is a parody book, okay? The idea behind this concept, behind this comic, is that as we are noticing, women are infiltrating boys' properties, women are infiltrating comic books, women are infiltrating Star Wars, women are infiltrating the NFL. Women are everywhere now, and they're trying to get involved with boys' stuff. And they're changing it. They're feminizing it. And boys are going, oh, man, well, I don't want to say that I don't like this anymore, because if I say that I don't like this, that makes me kind of a sexist. And I like women. I just don't want women to get into my stuff. It's like, I don't want women to change Star Wars. I like Star Wars the way it is. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So that being the case, I have decided that I am going to do a comic book where I take every girl's property from the 1980s, every girl's IP, and I'm going to change it as though men infiltrated girls' toys. And we fixed them so that boys would like them better. I'm going to start with Rainbow Brite. This is Rainbow Brute. This is a barbarian. This is a barbarian fairy that lives over the rainbow. He is a guy who fights the thundercloud men. He fights rain. He literally fights the weather so that he can shine because he's a rainbow. And then he goes and he gets drunk on honeysuckle nectar. And he gets into fights. When he gets into, he's a good warrior, but when he drinks that honeysuckle nectar, it's bad news. It's bad news for him, okay? Honeysuckle nectar is the #1 intoxicant for people who live in fairyland over the rainbow. He is a badass. Now, he is going to get into fights, squabbles with other girls' toys properties. The first one that we're going to meet, he's going to get into a fight with the Thundercloud men. He's going to defeat them. I mean, all they are living raindrops. He's literally stabbing raindrops that look like men. They're the Thundercloud men, and he hates them more than anything. As long as it's raining, rainbows can't shine. He needs the rain to stop so that rainbows can shine. That's his whole thing. I don't know if he realizes it, but that is what is going on. So let's see here. Where can I find this illustration? Let's just find the original illustration. Just give it away. Oh yeah. Okay. So Rainbow Brute is just sitting there. He's trying to have some honeysuckle nectar. And who's there but Grumpy Bear? Grumpy Bear is a pain in the rear end. You ever sit next to somebody who just complains all the time? He just complains all the time. Now, the Care Bears exist over the rainbow here. The Care Bears are basically feral gods of childish emotions. That's all they are. They control how children are feeling down on Earth, and they are entities. They're gods. This is Grumpy Bear. He's complaining. He's moaning. And Rainbow Brute is just like, he's just like, will you just shut your blueberry pie gob? Just shut up. And, Grumpy Bear turns to him and he's like, you know what? You're ignorant and you're apathetic. And Rainbow Brute goes, I don't know what you mean and I don't care. And just throws back a nice mouthful of honeysuckle nectar. Now, you don't say that you don't care to a Care Bear. That's the last thing you say. Okay? So immediately there's a fight. So there's a fight. Don't tell a Care Bear that you don't care. There is a fight. And Rainbow Brute, who's just trying to drink, he's just trying to drink in peace. What is it with these people just grumbling around him all the time? He's not trying to bother nobody. He's been in a fight with the Thundercloud men. He just wants peace and calm. He can't get it. And so Grumpy Bear is, where's that illustration too? Who knows? I gotta organize. I really need to organize my iPad photos because it's like all my good. Oh, by the way, here's the beauteous his little sister. This is Rainbow Brite. Will she be in it? She might be, but she's gonna look way different. Okay, that's just a straight up. That's Rainbow Brite, and how she would look in this book, more or less. All right, so Rainbow Brite. Rainbow Brute basically breaks a bar stool over Grumpy Bear's head, and as it turns out, the Care Bears are kind of like, they're brothers and sisters, and they're kind of like a cult of caring. They're a little bit like SJWs, and they end up kidnapping his sister. So Rainbow Brute goes on a quest through Fairyland. It's basically like Game of Thrones, where he will encounter my versions. Okay, I'm going to take, here he is, like, having just, look, cracked a bar stool over Grumpy Bear's head. Grumpy Bear's like, you lack empathy. He's like, just, go tell it to the Puffalumps. Shut your mouth. Walks out on him, all right? So that's, yeah. That is Grumpy Bear. Let me put that up there. Oh, can I? I don't know if I can. I don't know if there's room on this thing. All right. So that's our boy Rainbow Brute. Rainbow Brute is going to encounter, he's going to encounter male versions, okay, like boy toy versions. If I were doing like boy toys, okay, of girl toys, if I were trying to infiltrate the girls' toy market and make it for boys, make it for men, this is what I would do. He's going to meet the Cabbage Patch Kids. He's going to meet the Strawberry Shortcake Girls. I love the Strawberry Shortcake Girls. We've talked about the Strawberry Shortcake Girls. He's going to meet the Monchichis, and they are just apes. they're hideous apes that are like, I need to suck you. I need to suck you. And he's like, what the hell? And they just take his thumb and they just suck on his thumb. I need to suck you. The Monchichis are terrifying, absolutely terrifying. They need to suck. They need to suck all the time. Well, you don't remember the Monchichis. It's like all they are is they're monkeys that need to suck their thumbs. But these Monchichis need to suck other things. So, yeah. Rainbow Fruit. We need to suck you. We need to suck you. It's not porn. They just want to suck his thumb. But it is going to be awesome. Does he ride any ponies? No, he doesn't. He rides My Girthy Stallion. That is his horse. It's the male version of My Little Pony. It's My Girthy Stallion. It's a big, enormous, death-looking war horse named Waking Nightmare. That is his little pony, so to speak. My Girthy Stallion. They're going to be T-shirts galore. Uh, this is going to be so great. There's going to be T-shirts galore. There will be a T-shirt of My Girthy Stallion with a My Little Pony under its hoof, like smashing it to smithereens. My Girthy Stallion. Big fat horse, big fat war horse. There will be plenty of Rainbow Brite shirts, or Rainbow Brute shirts. We're going to do all of that. Crypto Fashion is going to provide these. This is going to be the craziest comic book ever made. It's going to be all parody. I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. But Rainbow Brute, this is the next thing that we're doing after Cyberfrog. We're going to do this. No, we're doing Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Then we're going to crowdfund Rainbow Brute. It's going to happen probably in October. That's when we're going to launch the crowdfunding campaign. And then we're going to go and do Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet after that, sometime in maybe February. Once we get Rainbow Brute done and out the door so that you guys can all have it. Monchichis. It's just like Rainbow Brute's getting his toe thumb sucked. He's just like, what the get the monkeys? Just he pulls his thumb out of one monkey's mouth and it goes into another monkey's mouth. I need to suck you. We need to. That's all they say is we need to suck you. If you don't know what a Monchichi is, look it up. You'll get the joke right away. It was a toy line in the early '80s. They were basically cute little stuffed monkeys for girls. Their mouths were permanently in sucking position so that you could stick their thumb in their mouth. That was the whole gimmick, was that they sucked their own thumb. Monchichi, Monchichi. Something with their thumb in their mouth. They're really neat. Something. I don't know, but I remember it vividly. These Monchichis are going to be vicious apes that insist on sucking you. It's going to be great. People are looking it up. All right, so some of you are going to be too young to remember these things, but some of you who are my age are going to completely remember all of these things, and it's going to be. I love monkeys that need to suck. I'm sorry, I was crying laughing so hard over breakfast when I came up with this. I was dying. I thought I was going to die. Andrew was like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, just picture monkeys, like vicious looking miniature King Kongs that are like, I need to suck you. I need to suck. I don't know. To me, that's very funny. It's going to be great stuff. It's going to be, we're taking over the girls' properties. Hey, women, you want to come in here? You want to take our Star Wars? You want to take our comic books? You want to take our superheroes? You want to add soy? I'm adding testosterone. I'm adding full-fledged testosterone and whiskey to everything that you love. All of it. All of it. I'm taking strawberry shortcake. I'm turning them into, I think they are going to be called strawberry strumpets. I like that a lot. Strawberry strumpets. They're beautiful women who feed men baked goods. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to feed men baked goods until they burst. Like, come on. And they seduce you with pies and tarts and cupcakes and cookies. That's my fantasy. I mean, honestly. And, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Yeah, people like cookies. Absolutely. The bad guys will be in it. Yeah, Purple Pie Men, Gargamel. I'm gonna do research. I'm gonna try to remember all of the villains from all of these, and I'll work it all in. They all exist. This is Game of Thrones, basically. It's just Game of Thrones, but for girls or for boys using girls' toys. So that's the pitch. Will you guys buy it? If I put it up, I'm going to run a duplicate campaign. It's going to look just like this. There will be an ash can, and there will be a full-size comic. You guys look like you're in. You guys look like you're in, definitely. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll charge $25 for a 48-page comic and then a bonus miniature comic. I'll try to do all kinds of extras. There will be trading cards. And all that stuff. It'll be just like, if it's as successful as Cyberfrog, you're going to get all the Cyberfrog bonuses, but made for Rainbow Brute. I think it's, you know what I would love to do? I would love to make a Rainbow Brute pencil topper, like an eraser pencil topper. I mean, that's an expensive gimmick, I think, but I'm gonna try to do it, like they had in the '80s, and it smells like fruit. I would like to do that. I'm gonna see if I can get a honeysuckle scented Rainbow Brute eraser pencil topper, because all he does is drink honeysuckle, and it gets him drunk. So if I can get a honeysuckle scented Rainbow Brute pencil topper, that is so 1980s. Yeah. On a spring, no, it'll be an eraser. It'll be rubber, so you could actually you could wear it down. But I'll find somebody who can make those. Let's see how much they cost to make. They can't cost very much to make because when you buy them, they're like 25 cents. How could they cost very much money? I'll see. I'll see about it. I'll see about it. Fabio was on TMZ. That's good news. Monchichis. I need to suck you. I can't. I just let me draw this stuff. I'm having so much fun. Somebody asked me the other day. They're like, "Do you want to go back and draw Green Lantern? Do you miss it?" No, I don't. Are you kidding me? How could you have this is like the best thing in the world. Like this kind of freedom, this kind of creative freedom is so it's intoxicating. It is so much fun. It's so much fun. I will go back to Green Lantern one day. We'll go back to that someday. But dude, right now in this moment, and I have people calling me like I envy. Like I got off the phone with a comic book pro today who called me like, "How are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I don't know, and I just am, and it's working." It helps to have a YouTube channel to promote your comic, sure. But it also helps to just have a bunch of really great ideas that make people laugh, that people are interested in, that people think are cool. That all helps, And I think anybody could do this. You know, you just have to have good ideas. All right, let's read some more super chats. Oh my gosh, there are a lot of super chats. Yeah, I don't want to stop drawing. Like that's the thing. People are like, "Well," and I might hire someone to pack and ship. That might be a thing now. So anyway, Matthew Lynch, how long do you have to pre-order Cyberpunk? You have plenty of time. You have plenty of time. I think we're going to leave the campaign probably open until we're ready to go to print. It doesn't make sense to close it down. I want to collect as many pre-orders as possible. I think this book at this point can get to $500,000. That is my goal now. I would like to see it get there because that will absolutely destroy the SJWs in comics. Cyberpunk 1 made $500,000. Shut your mouths. All you shut your mouths. That would be perfect. Golden Dragon, thanks for $2. Sorry, I meant Old Man Carl. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Anth, 1984, thanks for $5. I stopped watching The Walking Dead one episode before Carl death crap. The writing has been so bad for about 2 seasons now. There was one good season of Walking Dead, and that was season 5. Season 5 was excellent. Yeah, Trapper Keeper cover for Rainbow Brute. What if we did that? What if we did a Rainbow Brute Trapper Keeper? Oh my gosh. I can't do that. I can't. Maybe a folder for a Trapper Keeper. How would I ship? How would I ship 10,000 Trapper Keepers? I can't. But I could do a Trapper Keeper folder. Oh my god. Oh, what if it's shiny? What if it has glitter? I want it to look like girly, but like viciously blood and gore. But like, by the way, the most annoying nuisance in Rainbow Brute are unicorns. Unicorns are stinky, nudge they're allowed to just roam free like rats in Rainbow Brute's world, and they're like disgusting. So Rainbow Brute will be drinking, and one will come up behind him and poke him with its horn, and he's like, "Get away from me!" And he elbows it, and it keeps coming at him. So Rainbow Brute gets off his stool, and he's like choke slamming unicorns 2 at a time. I mean, choke slamming unicorns. That is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. That is Rainbow Brute. So everything girl is going to be in this. It's just going to be redone. Yeah. Redone for boys. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Campia says Grace was lying. Yeah, Campia. Believe him. Where are we here? Scrolling back. Oh, there's some good questions here. There's some good questions, but these are a lot of super chats. All right. Daniel Thomas, thank you for $5. Hey Ethan, I just got on. What did I miss? Also, whose channel is High Council on next? Thanks. World Class Bullshitters is going to host the next High Council. I'm going to be doing it by remote. I'm going to be in Arkansas with Mitch Breitweiser. He might come on. We'll see as a guest. I don't know. I mean, I think they're having Doomcock is going to come on for a special guest, but I don't know. But I'll do it. I'll do it via remote. I'm going to be in Arkansas. It'll be fun. SC Tonks, thanks for $4.99. Weird comic question. When drawing a character like Hush, is there an on-model requirement for the amount and position of detailing like bandages? No, not at all. Open to interpretation. You just have to be able to recognize him. Captain Blood of Kirby, thank you for Canadian $5. You are an important part of a Heat-type movement now. For the guy who brought back Hal Jordan, that seems fitting. How did you feel about Heat? At the time, I had no opinion about Hal Jordan or Green Lantern. I was not a Green Lantern fan when I took over Rebirth, when I did Green Lantern Rebirth at all. I knew it was going to be a big deal because here's the thing about it, I knew what Heat was, I knew DC was always talking about it, and I knew that kind of fan pressure was going to make Green Lantern Rebirth a big hit, and you better believe I wanted to draw it, because I knew everybody would read it. I was very ambitious in those days. So that is the thing. And yeah, I mean, we are kind of a Heat style movement right now, aren't we? Heat stood for Hal's Emerald Advancement Team. It was people who wanted Hal Jordan to come back. We are the people who want Kathleen Kennedy out of here, and we want Star Wars to be great again. So we are a similar movement. Mr. X, thank you for CLP 2500. Uncle E, my game development company has been poisoned by soy. I want to make something on my own, but it's pretty expensive. Any tips for success? I know nothing about game development, nothing about it. Here's how I feel about a community poisoned by soy, and this is something that I said to a comic book artist I was talking to today. I said, here's the thing. When I was getting beaten up by SJWs last year in the comic book industry, it was pretty depressing because I felt like, oh my gosh, like 99% of the comic book industry, it feels like they hate me. 99% of the comic book industry feels like they hate me. This is awful. It feels terrible. I don't like this at all. One day, I woke up and realized that the comic book community doesn't matter. My peers, fellow professionals, how they feel about me means nothing at all to me. It shouldn't mean anything. Who cares? They're my competition. The only thing that should matter to me is how the fans feel. And I'll bet you 50% of the fans are on my side. And so we've got 99% of the comic book industry scrambling to win the approval and the money of 50% of the fan base, and then you've got just me with the other 50%. Just me. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a good position to be in. So you guys can split up that 50%, and I'll take the other 50%. I am the only alternative right now. I'm one of the only ones who is standing up, and there are a few others. And Mitch Breitweiser's coming on board. He's going to be great. Chuck Dixon is. Other people are coming over that you're going to be surprised to learn about. But for the most part, this is enormous fan base, disaffected fan base that can't stand SJWs if you will just stand up to them. And there are so many people that feel the way that I do who are afraid. And if you just get brave and stand up for these fans who feel disenfranchised, feel angry, feel left out, are tired of being called names. Hey, I understand. I am too. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I don't mind speaking out anymore. I'm not afraid of these people, these weirdos. And we can start our own little community, can't we? We could start our own little community, and everybody's going to be envious. You have people looking at what I've done with Cyberfrog, what we've done with Cyberfrog as a community, and they're baffled. How did you do this? I just told you why. It's a very simple equation. 99% of the comic book industry is splitting up 50% of the fandom. I'm taking the other 50%, all to myself. Conservatives, Republicans, people who are tired of it, fed up. You come along with me. And we're going to build something. We're going to build something off of this. It's going to be substantial. It's going to change comics. It's going to change fandom. And you don't think that we can do this? You think that we can change Star Wars? Of course we can. We're changing comics right now. We're changing Star Wars right now. We're winning left and right. We're winning. We're winning left and right. It's Fabio time. It's always Fabio time. I don't know if it's Fabio time. I don't feel like it is. Fabio is when we're undressing an action figure. It's, yeah, I'm not sure if right now is Fabio time or not. Stand up to them. That's my advice. Cesario JPM, thanks for $2. When and how did Mark Waid go full SJW idiot? We've talked about this. Mark Waid is a fool. Mark Waid is a weirdo. And I don't know. You want to talk about Mark Waid? You want me to show you insider Mark Waid stuff that'll blow your mind? Now listen, not too long ago when I started my YouTube channel was meant to be really a chance to kind of get people together, and yeah, get people together and just sort of bind these differences. We all had differences. We had differences. Oh my gosh, this is all Melissa Morgue stuff. Somebody should do a documentary about Melissa Morgue. But I really felt like, I was a pro, and I could actually introduce. I felt like I was trying to help comic book the comic book public to speak to and deal with the fan community. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. You want to see some crazy Mark Waid buggery? Lunacy? Oh my God. Are you ready for this? Should we do this or no? You guys want to see this? Or no? Tell me no. I mean, because this is really crazy. Somebody's like, no, I don't want to see it. Yeah? Okay. So anyway, I had Mark Waid on for a long form interview. Mark Waid and I had been friends, kind of. It seemed to me that we were friends. Mark Waid came on to my channel to do an interview with me, a long form interview that everybody enjoyed. And it was really meant to be kind of this thing where the fans got to meet him, learn about his career, learn about being a comic book writer, et cetera, et cetera. Now, Mark Waid said to me many times in private, he said, everyone's telling me not to do this. But I'm like, I got it. Don't worry. Everyone's saying, why are you going on that Nazis YouTube channel? I got this. Don't worry. So I was like, that's weird. Why are they saying that? I'm glad you're coming on, though. So Mark Waid came on my YouTube channel. We had a wonderful interview. I treated him with utmost respect. Absolutely utmost respect. I think I was a smaller channel then. I might have had 7,000, 8,000 subscribers. But there were 900 people in the chat, which was pretty big. Pretty big. So it was great. And when it ended, I was like, how was that? He's like, that felt pretty good. That was great. Apparently, he took a lot of hell. He took a lot of hell from the SJWs. He was supposed to get me to say something bad that would, condemn Comicsgate, that would prove that we are Nazis and we deserve our hate, their hate. But I didn't do that. I was honorable with him. I treated him with respect. Somebody let him know in his Twitter that there was somebody, one of you guys, like in the chat, named Mark Waid. They had a fake account. There's always a troll in the audience somewhere, okay? A fake account named Mark Waid that was basically making fun of him. It was making fun of him. I didn't know this. I had no idea that this was going on. But somebody saw it. They took screenshots of it, and they hit Mark Waid with it. Mark Waid used it. He said, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. And then he said to his fans, and part of this was for me to say, hey, and tell other people in the comics community they should come on. They're going to get a fair shake out of me. They're going to get a good interview. It's going to be the definitive interview that people will always go back and see. And tell other people. So he got back to me, and he's like, well, now I'm going to tell. Well, he said on Twitter, he said, now I can tell people that it was the biggest mistake of my career to go on that channel and do that interview with Ethan. Now, I was sleeping, and I woke up to my emails filled and my private messages on Facebook filled with lunacy from Mark Waid. Here is one of the emails that I received from Mark Waid. You're not going to believe this, but it's true. This is who we're dealing with. This is the man who threatened What's the name of that company? Antarctic Press. Threatened Antarctic Press if they would publish Jawbreakers. This is the kind of bullying, crazy mob tactics that he's done. Now, I've shown before, I showed a few of my PMs. I've never shown this email conversation before. Mark Waid, fucking fix this. Go to Facebook now, capital letters. Then go to YouTube. Fucking fix this, Ethan, now. He's talking about one of you guys in the chat that was named Mark Waid. He wants me to fix that. How do I fix that? If you guys are, how do I fix any of you? What do I do? I don't understand. Do a video to your rat followers that makes it clear to them that this will not be tolerated on your channel now. Well, Mark, I'm going to do it right now. I didn't do the video before. Mark, if you're listening, I'm doing the video now. This is my video for Mark Waid to my rat followers, of which there are 65,000. You guys are rat fucks, according to Mark Waid. And this will not be tolerated on my channel. As far as I'm concerned, there will be no Mark Waid impersonators in my chat. Won't be tolerated. This is the video that I'm making. He says, I can't fucking believe I fell into this trap, man. Everyone warned me, but no, I had to go extend an olive branch to your gas followers. That's you. That's you guys. I regret it now more than you can possibly fucking imagine. So I wake up to this. I say, what happened? What happened? Is that it? Okay, we'll turn the page. And then I found out. I said, okay, relax. It's not, quote, one of my fans. This happened to me and Dan Slott, too. Someone created a page called I Keel with my face on it to show up on other YouTubers' chats and claim to be me shouting white supremacist slogans. It's just a troll. I saw the fake Mark Waid guy saying things about me and him being best friends and hating DNC, and everyone knew it was a troll account. There was a fake Dan Slott who was goofing on his interview, too. What would you like me to do about this? What would you like me to do about this? He says this. And I'm doing this now. I didn't do it then. I apologize. I'm doing it now, Mark. This was November 28th. Make a video for your channel, making it abundantly clear to your followers that this sort of shit will not be tolerated and does not help. We're trying to help the SJWs. We're trying to help. So making fun of SJWs doesn't help the situation with SJWs stabbing you in the back. They stab you in the back. It does not help to make fun of the SJWs who are about to stab you in the back. So I want to make that clear to you guys. You cannot tell this. You cannot tell from this that it's a troll account. So the fake Mark Waid account was supposed to be real. Like you couldn't tell that was fake, according to him. Fuck those guys, Ethan. Fuck them with a rusty chainsaw. So a rusty chainsaw to all of you guys, I guess, in your butts. I don't really know. Sorry, one guy fucked it up for everyone, trying to build bridges, but I'm out. I know it can happen anywhere at any time, but it happened here and now for a reason. Because Meyer, that's Diversity in Comics, and Cummings, that's Captain Cummings, legendary YouTubers, both of them, and his Star Brigade encourage that sort of shit every fucking day. And don't tell me they don't. Don't tell me they don't. The main reason I got so much for my cap quote, he's had a cap quote that had Captain America saying the strong protect the weak. And everybody was like, who's the strong and who's the weak? What are you talking about? Everybody hated that quote. I brought him on my channel. I had him explain it, actually. Was because one of their vids spun it and deliberately incited fans to come after me. I really am out. He's always out. I'm out, he says. I'm out. It's like from the 90s. There's no point in trying to build bridges. I just don't have the patience to deal with mongrels. That's you guys, mongrels, anymore. Sorry. So you are mongrel rat fucks who need to be fucked with a rusty chainsaw. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll deal with this with as much rationality as I can. Here's what I said to him in response. I'd make a video explaining the situation, but here are my concerns. One, I don't want to give people who do this any extra attention. There's currently a couple of Twitter pages, fake Twitter pages under my name calling me a Nazi. I ignore them. Shining a light on them fans flames. 2, my YouTube page isn't about drama. This video would be like nothing else on my channel, and I don't want it. I'll do it out of friendship, if you say so. 3, your interview was a beautiful, perfect bit of PR for fans of all stripes, who will find it and enjoy it, and get to know the writer of their favorite comics more intimately. This isn't, quote, my fans Comicsgate bullshit. It's all fans, comics fans. Why make this interview into a bad thing? Number 4, I hope you don't blame me for this, and I'm also unhappy to see you saying you won't do interviews on YouTube for a long time. I hope you see that I treated you fairly, and I hope you also take a moment to consider that you'd be letting one anonymous person ruin all of the goodwill you worked to create. Let me know. Yeah. Yeah. And I went and I found the guy. He said, dude, a dude just told me that that parody account has existed, quote, for years. Sorry, this is completely unrelated to me or our interview. Yeah. And this is me actually yelling at the dude saying, look, performing before a live audience of 3,200 excited and happy fans, and then one dude in the crowd heckles you, it ruins the whole thing, makes the whole crowd look bad. And that was the concern of Mark Waid. Let me see. How old is Mark Waid anyway? I don't know. He's older than me. He is older than me. Yeah. All right. So I said, after that, I guess there was a little bit of a pause. I said, hey, are we okay? Is everything okay? And he said, I don't hold you responsible for your fans, but even if this account's been around for a while and you only have one guy's word to take for it, even if he isn't sure, it's just sick out there. Fucking sick. This isn't about trolling or criticism. I've had more than my share than anyone, given the length and breadth of my work. This is about the shit that your friends Meyer and Cummings and their crew stir up. They're wannabe Alex Joneses. People are calling me a wannabe Alex Jones. I love it. I do want to be Alex Jones. That guy's got testosterone like he's a man's man. They're vile. They're hateful. They're racist. I can't be spending any more time around someone who helps promote a guy who literally came on Facebook to tell me to exact quote, kill yourself, Waid. I bear you no personal malice, but dude, there's a reason nearly everyone in comics thinks ill of you at this point. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Mark. It's because you are lying down with dogs and getting up with fleas. I'm sorry you don't feel it's fair to be painted with a broad brush, but I'm telling you, there's no upside. This is the threat right here, guys. And I received this threat over and over again. This is very subtle. I want you to see this. There's no upside to you in continuing to associate with grown racist men. He's talking about Meyer, my friend Richard C. Meyer, and my friend Captain Cummings, who sling around words like cuck and who send death threats and threats of violence. These are lies. I'm off to France. I'm out. He's out. Again, he's out. I'm out. But maybe I'm outie. I'm outie. Audi 2000. Maybe we can revisit this when I return, but I'm telling you, the followers they have who migrate over to you are followers who are fucking monsters. All right. So here begins Comicsgate, really. Whether I wanted to deal with it then or not. I mean, this was the end of all rationality. And this was at the point where I just went, okay, I really can't, it's not him that got tricked. It's me that got tricked. I'm the one who got tricked in bringing Mark Waid on, because his whole purpose in coming on was essentially to find a way to trap me, find a way, something to hang over my head. And he couldn't find something until he resorted to someone in the chat. Yeah. I'm Audi 3000. It was weird. And then from there, I never really heard from him again. I said, are you okay? What's going on with you? You want to talk about this? Nope. Didn't want to talk about this. That was it. I mean, that was the last stand. That was the best he could get, That was the best he could get out of this. And from there, he went on to cause trouble behind the scenes. He mounted a campaign against me. He organized, when he said, I don't see any upside to you in continuing to, that's a threat. That was a mafia style threat. You better stop associating with and being friends with your friends, or I'm going to ruin your career. And that's what he did. I mean, he got everyone against me. He directed a campaign, in my opinion, of a smear tactic whisper campaign against me. Mark Waid could get people on his side, and he's a pretty good leader, you know. But holy cow! All right, let's read some super chats. Somebody's like, "Hello, super chats." Okay, all right. I'm reading them. Absolutely insane. And that's, I mean, that is why we do what we do here. I mean, it's like you can't reason with people like that. There is no reasoning to have. There's no common ground to find. There are people who are acting on good faith. That's me, and there are people who are just trying to destroy you, and that is them. So, ba, ba, ba. That is why we are doing Cyberfrog. Hold on a second. I'll get to super chats. Just one second. Let's put Cyberfrog back up here. I love it. This is my pride and joy. I'm so proud of Cyberfrog. This is literally the greatest. Is this the greatest moment of my career? I think it is. I think it is. And look, let's see if we sold any more copies. Yeah, we did. We're up to 330. 330,000. We're only about $2,000 away, 2,000 and change, away from $250,000 or $333,000. I'm bad with numbers. $333,000. That is phenomenal, guys. That is absolutely terrific, and that's more than Mark Waid makes in 2 years. All right, let's see. Wow, it's a lot of stuff here. All right, so that was your answer, Cesario. When and how did Mark Waid go to full SJW idiot? I don't really know. All I know is when I saw him become toxic, and that was directed at me. Hingle McCringleberry, thank you for $5. Hell yeah, Ethan. I need more time. Let's stretch it out and see how badass we are. Okay, so I will. We're going to do that. That's definitely happening. Blade Runner 10, thank you for Australian $5. Picture KK observing the failure of episode 9. It came from behind. Boom. Spidley, $5, $3,500 stretch goal, stock options. And did you grow up with Dr. Demento? No, and probably not stock options. There's no stock to have. Jason DeWitt, thanks for $5. Extend. Dude, you are killing it. Support EVS and Jawbreakers. Yes, please do. If you haven't yet pledged to Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the description or the link is in the description below. Please do that. Pick up a t-shirt too. The Cyberfrog t-shirt links are in the description. We just added red and green, so you can actually get a red or a green t-shirt as well with Cyberfrog on it, and everyone loves those. So grab a t-shirt. Dennis Canfield, thank you for $5. Is Marvel going to see the SJW writing on the wall now? No, they won't, because they are SJWs, and there's nobody over there that is big enough to actually control that. Okay. The Outpatient, thank you for Canadian $2. 2 weeks. Finish, ship, then Rainbow Brew. Yep. Well, we're gonna do it. Schismatic, thank you for $2. 60. Make as much as possible. Screw the haters. Rose Taco 69, thank you for $5. 2 questions. Is Rainbow Brute celebrating Pride Month, and does he consume soy? The answer is maybe, but not because he's gay. And secondly, no, he consumes zero soy. Zero soy. Yeah, no soy. Jason DeWitt, thank you for $5. Since you will be doing a direct-to-consumer, once you are up and running, just start your own website so we can buy direct from you. A good idea. We probably save a little bit of money that way, too. Hingle McCringleberry, thank you for $5. I need an official Rainbow Brute drawing for a tattoo. Hook me up, bro. We'll talk about it. Rax the Hero, thanks for $2. Rainbow Brute needs a uniquely designed axe. Dude, he's going to have all of that. He's a total warrior. He's got so many weapons. Awesome. Reviews for you, thanks for $5. I need you to illustrate my book, How the Fans Took Star Wars Back. Keep up the good work. Gotta go and take a lot. Jeffrey Toon, thank you for £2. Yes, my dad complains all the time. Joe Marone, thanks for $2. Strawberry Short Stack, the man from IHOP. Outpatient, thanks for Canadian $5. Birthday Bear tells Rainbow Brute, you need to get in touch with your feminine side. And Brute saying, if I had a fem side, I'd touch it all the time. Mare Ant, thanks for $1.99. 330K. I'm loving watching you set a new standard. I know. Isn't that cool? Heather C, thanks for $2. David Lynch praised Trump. Libs are dying on Twitter. I love David Lynch. Thank you, Mr. Lynch, and bring on Twin Peaks season 4. Makuta LaRocca, thanks for $5. Ethan, you're hard selling me a shot of Swedish imported Svedka. So you like it. Good. GRP poll, thanks for Canadian $5. I'd say do the Powerpuff Girls, but Jamie Hewlett already added them to Gorillas. Yeah, not the Powerpuff Girls. They're too modern. I just want to do the '80s. Scream of Cachulu, thank you, Cachulu, thank you for $5. What's that brush stylish I see you using on your iPad? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a stylus. It is the it's actually just my pencil. It's a lead holder. Yeah. Jim Bobo, thank you for $2. Can it smell Jack Daniels honey instead? Maybe. Yeah. Jane Smith, thanks for $2. Rainbow Brute Trapper Keeper, a great idea, Jane. I just don't know how I would transport those. I don't know how I would ship them. Spidley, thank you for $2. Too much in Rainbow Brute for a one-off. It's a series. It's going to be a one-off at first. It's going to be a one-off. 48 pages. Will there be a sequel? There could be. There could be a sequel depending on how well the first one does. Cyberfrog is down for 4 issues. Rainbow Brute could get up to 4 issues too if it's if it's successful and there's a demand. Mark C, thanks for $5. When the Monchichis suck on you, they should absorb your soul. No, they don't. They don't do anything like that. They just literally want to suck your thumb, and it's disgusting. Megatron, thanks for $2. Rainbow Brute T-shirt iron on. Yes, yes, yes. Mirsalon, thank you for $2. Rainbow Brute series. Jesse N, thanks for $2. I bet you could pull off a cosplay of Rainbow Brute. I don't think so. I'm too tall and I'm not stocky enough. You need to be stocky and short. Like Rainbow Brute is only 6 inches tall, by the way. He's a fairy. Alan King, thank you for €5. I'm really happy that you're on your own doing that. You are doing things on your own. With DC, you were a frustrating artist to follow since it felt like you rarely did a full story. I know it was frustrating to be me because I didn't know what was going on when I got a script. I was like, I'm just going to draw this out of the blue. Okay. A Ribeiro, thank you for £3. Rainbow Brute sounds amazing. Ronan AM, thanks for $2. Who would voice Cyberfrog in a live action movie? I would say my ideal, the way I think Cyberfrog sounds, he sounds like Frank Rizzo from the Jerky Boys. I like that guy, Frank Rizzo. Like that's Cyberfrog's voice. Halo Mutter, thank you for $2. Hi, Uncle Ethan, hang in there, you will win. Star Wars Radio, thanks for $1.99. What is Cyberfrog censored? Just got it off of eBay. Sounds like you just got a censored page. They were a mail away print, black and white print that you had to collect coupons in order to get. Super rare. I only have one of those. Ronald Christian, thank you for $5. You should totally get someone to make a Cyberfrog theme song in the style of action cartoon theme songs of the 80s and 90s. We actually have a Cyberfrog, a bit of a Rainbow Brute. Oh, Cyberfrog. We have somebody did. I mean, yeah, we have music for Cyberfrog and Salamandroid right now. I played it in one of the live streams. Viper Justin, thanks for $5. SJWs and libs in general are loudmouths. Conservatives are usually the silent killers out there that actually spend money on good products. America. Yeah, right on. Joe Marone, thanks for $2. You are a modern Howard Rourke, and that makes me happy. Thank you. I guess that is me. Daniel Thomas, thanks for $5. Mark Waid, never heard of her. Jesse N, thanks for $5. I told Mark Waid we vote with our wallets. Waid responds, let me put a coat of paint on that. That's weird. Grand Inquisitor, thanks for $5. Rainbow Brute needs a battle axe, and he should be drinking honeysuckle mead, not nectar. It'll help him get his full Viking Berserker on. MAGA 2020, hell yeah. Jesse N, thanks for $5. I was thinking about buying a Marvel comic, then I saw Mark's email. Yeah, don't blame Marvel for Mark Waid, and don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Just don't buy Mark Waid's books. You feel free to buy Marvel books. Makuta LaRocca, thanks for $5. It's time to change my name to Ratfuck. Yeah. Downshift, rat. Thanks for $2 for those emoticons. Key Strix, thanks for $2. Mark Waid is my OC, do not steal. Halo Mater, thanks for $5. I often wonder if history will vilify or commend us non-soy drinkers after this divisive mess of a culture war is over. We will remember. Stay safe. We have to be the heroes, Halo. We have to be because they equal no commerce. There's no... People can't eat if they win. People starve if they win. We are definitely the heroes in this. Definitely. We are on the right side of history. They are on the wrong side of history. And it keeps being demonstrated to them over and over again. Every single day they lose. Every single day they lose, and every single day we win. I don't even know what to say. Look at this. I walk away from DC Comics after severe harassment from SJWs. They make fun of me. I bring back Cyberfrog. I bring back a comic book that I'm crowdfunding, and crowdfunding is something that they do and fail at, and I create a new way of crowdfunding and make $1/3 of $1 million my first time out. That's more than I make in a year, really. If you want to know the truth, that's more than I make in a year, and I made it in 3 weeks. So they don't make this. They don't. I mean, all right. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Tell me if you can hear me now. I think you can hear me. Dun, dun, dun. Stop typing F so I can back. F moose, F moose, F moose. Absolutely back. Okay, good news. All right, so let's go back to where we are. So, as I was saying, we are winning. They are losing. We have to win. If we do not win, people die. So it's like there's no commerce. There's no culture if we lose. Let's see. The cuck part was true, says Jesse N. Death threats false. Redbeard, thanks for $2. Who are the man babies now? Projection from SJWs, big time. That's why it's ridiculous. I mean, I tell people that I'm not a man baby. I'm pretty immature. Like I like toys. I love Star Wars books. I'm never going to grow out of that. I'm never going to. It would me growing out of this kind of pop culture would be death. I have to love this stuff because this is how I make my living. So I will never grow up. However, I have adult feelings. I can manage adult my feelings like an adult. Some people can't. You know, I can manage pain. I can manage problems. I'm a good problem solver, as you can see. And to call me or anyone that I know or I'm friends with a man baby is projection. We just look at you like, yeah, misses the mark, but you know, we're rubber and you're glue. King Cutlet, thanks for $5. Please create a character named Mongrel Ratfuck who wields a rusty chainsaw. Do it. That's a good idea. Here's Mark Waid. Thanks for $2. My wham motions are very important. You lack empathy. I've heard that. Pristine Texas, thank you. Or Pristine TX, I think that's Texas. Thanks for $2. That's a lot of monster F-tard bucks. Yeah. Lichgore, thank you for $2. Rat Chainsaw versus Cyberfrog. Kraken off the sea, thank you for $2 Australian. From Kingdom Come to I'm off to France, rat fucks. It's embarrassing. It's just awful. Just don't meet your heroes. Chuck Graham, although Mark Waid was never my hero. Chuck Graham, thank you for Canadian 279. Rainbow Brute versus the Rusty Chainsaw Gang. Jesse N, again, thanks for $2. I mean, I could pull off Rainbow Brute. Yeah, it looks like you could. You actually kind of do look like Rainbow Brute from your avatar. Rainbolt, thanks for $5. Rainbow Brute sounds like 6 inches of unbridled fury. Yes. Devuz General, thanks for $2. No Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo seem like great guys. They're always very, very kind to me, even though. And Scott Snyder has written to me in private, and he said, I don't agree with how you feel about the president. Well, okay. And I've had a nice conversation with him that I think didn't go the way he hoped, but he is an adult who can manage his emotions. Greg Capullo barely cares. And barely, he's just a super guy. He's a real man. That guy, there's zero soy in Greg Capullo. Zero soy. Wings Clipped Wolf, thanks for $5. Is Rainbow Brute going to be 100% rule of cool, or will academic research or a couple of good YouTube channels go into realizing him? I don't know the question. Academic research, 100% rule of cool. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. I'm studying that, and I'm not sure. But no, he's going to be. He is going to be awesome. He is going to be exactly what I say he's going to be. He is going to be taking girls' toy properties, making them super hyper masculine. That is all it is. Spidley, thanks for $5. Hello Kitty, more like maybe Rainbow Brute could do a hookup. Hello Kitty's interesting. Would Hello Kitty be in this? Quite possibly. Maybe Rainbow Brute could do a hookup, make Ziggy into a female SJW. Grendel Fan 84, thanks for $4.99. Hey, Uncle Ethan, did DC Comics put forth much effort in trying to convince you to stay? No, we had a conversation where it was just utter despair. It was just utter despair at what was going on online, how I was being treated, how to fix it. There was no answer. And it just seemed like, okay, look, I'm gonna walk away. So it wasn't like, oh no, please don't walk away. It was like, okay, that's probably best. Again, at the time, I said it to them then, and I'll say it to you now. DC Comics was great to me. They were terrific to me. And I have absolutely no complaints about the way DC treated me. And I have no plans to return. I could return. I mean, Yeah, maybe I'm a complete and total flopperoo here with my independent books. I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be successful, judging on the reaction that I'm getting to my ideas and to just my crowdfunding efforts. I think I'm going to be very, very successful. But I'm, I could return. I love them. They're a really good company full of professionals and good and kind people. And at the time that I left, they were not infiltrated by SJWs. It's getting there though now, from what I've seen. Uh, Angry Liquid, thanks for $5. Did you see the Dusty Good thing on Twitter? He lost his job due to his comments about you and diversity in comics. I did see that. What did you think of that? What did you think of Dusty Good and his efforts to own me, to pwn me? I did feel pwned. I felt totally pwned. Um, I did feel totally pwned. I made a video about him though. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the video I made about this guy? It's actually pretty good. Wait a second. I love it when people totally pwn me. It happens all the time. I'm always pwned. All right, here we go. Here's my video. I hope you like it. It's just a minute long, okay? $320,000 and 5,000 backers. We're the biggest crowdfunded comic book in history. Of course we are. Our community of positive fandom is the best. Hop on board and back Cyberfrog Blood Honey if you haven't yet. And thank you. There's my face. Let me move out of the way. There's my video. I'm sorry. Oh, I like the face reveals too. It's fun. What'd you think? Was it good or bad? Yeah. Pwned. Pwned. Well, listen, people pwn me all the time. What can I tell you? People pwn me constantly. Everybody likes it. How to lose your job in 2 minutes. Oh my God. Yeah, that was bad. It was bad. Some people are saying it's bad, not good. Any piano songs tonight? Yeah, I think we're done with super chats. Do we get... No. Hold on. Okay, Rax the Hero, thanks for $2. Get that neckbeard SJW Justin Jordan out of DC. I don't know him. Governor Tarkin, thanks for $4.99. Uncle E, have you ever considered getting together with Red Rooster and Jawbreaker creative teams to start a new company to fight DC and Marvel? Yeah, but we are all kind of together, but at the same time, I don't know if we're going to be under one banner or not. We help each other. It's like we help each other out, and that's what we're gonna do. What do I think is gonna happen? I think we're gonna succeed. What do I think Red Rooster's gonna do? I think Red Rooster's gonna do better than this. Look at this. We're almost at 331. We are almost at $331,000. We're just $51 away from that. We're gonna win. Do we need to compete against Marvel and DC? We don't need to put out the kind of... We don't need to do all kinds of wacky stuff like that. We don't need to. All we need to do is put out good books, really, really good books, and communicate with our fans. It could grow. I mean, it could grow to be something that competes with Marvel and DC. You know, it could. But right now, I'm happy with just. Yes, was that a booger in Good's nose? Who's Goods? Oh, that guy, Dusty, whatever his name is. I don't know. What's that lip smack? Can you hear me smack my lips? My mouth is dry. You guys don't let me drink anything. Hold on a second. Yeah, every time I try to get a drink, you guys make fun of me, and then I end up like. Oh, here's a beer. I'm not gonna drink it. I just got 2 cases of beer down here. Oh my god, dude, my office is awesome. I love it down here. This is now a full-on man cave. I got a case of Leinenkugel and a case of Stella, and you guys. My Father's Day gift was a mini fridge. Andrea got me a mini fridge. It's beautiful, and I can just stack it with like beers. That's the way to be. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Do we sell any more books at all? Are we here? Mwah, we didn't sell a book. All right. Let's go. You know what time it is. Smacking. Glug glug smack smack. Kendall Navstar says, show Black Moose some love, Ethan. I will, Kendall. Thank you for being my pal. I appreciate you. Okay. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. I took Dwight Eisenhower's advice. It's full of things I like. A stationary bike, powdered milk, Slim Jims, and rice. It's not as if I asked my spouse to excavate beneath our house. She told me it was silly. She said, now come on, really. There's only so much she allows. And it's a shame, cause when the bombs are exploding, you'll all be freeloading, but I'm prepared, you see. With a mushroom compliment, there's just enough room in my bomb shelter for me and maybe my cat. What do you think of that? My bomb shelter has bonsai trees, a generator with DVDs, but it's only one man sized, so while you're vaporized, I'll enjoy its amenities. 'Cause my bomb shelter is mine, all mine. So I don't want to hear you whine. It won't seem so dumb when the zombies come and I'm watching What's My Line. Let's see if you're cocky when it's Nagasaki outside in your little town. You'll absorb radiation while I'm on vacation 25 feet underground. I'll be drinking milk, pajamas made of silk. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. You should take Eisenhower's advice. All right, thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I really appreciate you. You are awesome. Stop, some people say. No. You and I thought we'd fly for dinner. We must have been high, you and me, and another 3 friends of yours crashed, George, Mike, and Emily. And now there's nothing to eat except for the meat that once was your friends who lived up the street. And I've saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other 2. I saved the last of George for you, and I saved the last piece of George for you. He was vegan, so he's tough to chew, but I saved the last of George for you. Are you hungry? You were so right the other night when we disagreed if there'd still be room for Dwight. Now we'll make amends when our dinner date ends, but I've gotta say, you've got yummy friends, and I saved the last piece of George for you. He's kosher if you are a Jew, but I saved the last of George for you, and I saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other 2. I saved the last of George for you, 'cause I love you. The last part of George is his penis, though. Is that okay? Save the last of George for you. Thanks. When you are asleep, that's when I creep and I lick all the butter in your fridge. When you are not awake, I unwrap your Orlando Lake and I lick all the butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. So have some parquet, 'cause it contains my DNA from when I licked all the butter in your fridge. And have a pad of blue bonnet, I practically spat upon it when I licked all the butter in your fridge. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Hidalgo is where JJ's call goes about the Lucasfilm universe. I could curse when I think about what you did to Luke Skywalker. Pablo Hidalgo, where did your balls go in Kathleen Kennedy's purse? Nothing's worse than treating that woman like your mom. Solo's a bomb, and it's because you're an SJW. Your friends all suck. Pablo Hidalgo. You're a soy-based cuck.